very family-oriented individual. But sir, you're one of us.
Yeah, he's definitely one of us. Uh,
You all right,
let's go
Will?
back. Yeah, because you hit some lies. You did the Trump on me. I did play junior golf for the record, asshole.
You still think
I
about
did.
that?
Yes, I did.
The point was to debate. That's the whole point of a debate.
That was the truth in that. That was too real. They had me buffering. The lies had me buffering too. Oh, sucker.
Wasn't that the point of the exercise?
Yeah, but that exercise was that hit a little
I'm
too
sorry
close.
you buffer. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, Will Lowery, Beyond the Fairway. We back up in this thing all over again. Another week, another interesting week on the PGA Tour. If you like Beyond the Fairway, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the Crosshand YouTube channel. Go ahead and leave them reviews, all that kind of stuff. That stuff helps us grow, and we appreciate that. I find the Rocket Mortgage Will starting to almost decline in stature, right? I mean, and hear me out. These
Why
guys
you say
came
that?
off you come off the Memorial. All right, you got to be top 60, all that kind of the accolades of being, one of those better players. And then you go straight into the US Open, top 60 in the world, get in, plus qualifiers, etc. And then if you are that top ranked player, the Tom Kims of the world, if you will, then you go right into Travelers, which is another signature event. So now you've played 3 signature events in a row. Odds are, getting ready for the Open Championship, you're going to take some time off. And what better time to take off than when the PGA Tour swings into Rocket Mortgage and then in a John Deere? I'm just saying, I feel like because of the way the schedule's working out, we're getting these events that are really solid events that do well for their communities. But ain't nobody coming, man. I mean, I don't understand it. Like, it's almost, you could have saw this coming, PGA Tour. Maybe it's just me.
It is just you, Doug, because we need these type of tournaments to where to where the audience can, have understanding of what's going on with the lesser known players. You kind of find that, I guess, Cinderella story, kind of like, the people that may not be well known, but can also make a name for themselves at this event. I think you need a couple of those events. I mean, because the stars can't win all the time, Dougie. Like, you
I
can't
get that, but
have.
they got to at least be there, right? Tony Finau wins the Rocket 2 years ago. He wasn't there. Ricky, they
Well,
had
yeah.
Ricky. They had Ricky. Okay.
He's defending champion, so he had to be there. But it still gives us the opportunity to learn about Davis Thompsons and the Aaron Rise and the stories of Akshay possibly winning his third tour event and second of the year. Like, this is where the stories can start to develop. I appreciate these type of events. I appreciate the Rocket Mortgage John Deere's of the world.
Look, I agree to that point, but what I'm saying is the Rocket a couple years ago, you had such a you had a
You
stronger
did.
field, right?
You
Like,
did.
and then you go into the 3M, and I think back to Tony Finau winning back to back 3M, then Rocket, and then now they got a whole new slot on the calendar. And it's funny you mentioned Aaron Arai. The guy's got 3 top 10s this year. Nobody really gives him the credit he deserves. 58th in FedEx Cup points. I'm just saying,
Right.
overall
Right.
official world golf ranking, Aaron Rod's getting into all that stuff. Like,
It
he's
is.
59th in the world. He's gonna play in the Open Championship, etc. It's just I feel like the tour got to be smarter with the way they schedule these signature events. Hopefully they go away. They talked about putting Tiger in, having an exemption in all these events to try to elevate the ones next season. Blah blah blah. Look, I'm on a Tiger train. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, dude, like, come on, Tiger.
No.
Like,
No.
you getting rewarded for the shit you done did. Come on, man. You
Yeah,
ain't even made a cut.
Well, he hasn't made a cut, but if there's anybody that moves the needle, and if we're talking about dollars and cents, he has to be the guy to help move the needle, help bring some more dollars and eyeballs. It's just that simple. I don't mind that. I mean, he done so much for the game to where, it has to happen. I don't care about that. I mean, that's another
Look,
form of, I don't know if that's nepotism ish,
I
but
feel you.
it has to
feel you.
happen. So I don't mind that. But again, these storylines, these smaller tournament markets, I'm all for it because it gives me the hope that I can go and qualify for the Rocket Mortgage or John Deere too to get my name back out there.
Well,
Well,
maybe you
my
should
name just out
qualify.
there.
Maybe you should go play in the Monday, Mister I sneak into Q schools. I never met a muff individual that sneaks into Q school like Will Lowery. I tell you what, man, like, hey, and Will, as we talk about the Rocket Mortgage, we had the John Shippen National Invitational presented by Rocket Mortgage. I've said that so many damn times in the last 2 weeks. I got to fill in for Will Lowery there on the PJ Tour Originals, and
Great job, by
look,
the way, Dougie.
thank you,
Great
thank you.
job, by the way.
Oh, let me get my anger out. Like, I know it's
Okay.
early. It ain't even 7 o'clock out here. I'm feeling spicy, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm feeling spicy. And I appreciate all the opportunities for black golf, but I feel like people like you and I need to
Hmm.
get like some of this Negro spiritual love like retroactively gifted to us
Yeah.
because missing not I won't call it missing an opportunity, but do you know what I would do? I would kill and cheat and steal to have a chance to play in a PGA Tour event. None of that was available. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, we had to
Yeah.
we had to do it a certain way, and
You had to go finish. You had to go finish top four the Monday qualifier.
let me say that, and you gotta get through the pre.
Yeah. The
But look, I'm gonna talk about the positivity of it. It's coming.
Yes.
But let me get my
Yes.
negativity out because look,
Okay.
it pisses me off the fact of having the talent to do what these kids are doing, and some of these guys are squandering the opportunity. They're making me. I feel like some of these cats is making me look bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, wait, whoa, whoa,
Mm.
whoa, whoa.
How so?
All the work that I've done
Yeah.
helping to like play in the APGA event when it was at butt cheek golf course country club that turned into so and so's Muni. Now I'm out here struggling, hoofing the world, playing Rogers Park, playing Chester, Washington, playing some shit that I would never even go to on purpose in the name of black golf and playing professionally. Now these fools, we got the career pathway program for the PGA Tour. They're up at Firestone right now playing golf.
Shout out to
Then you
Kenyatta
go,
Ramsey.
yeah, shout out to Kenyatta, and then you got the damn John Shippen. Then you got the Southwest Invitational, the National Minority, or the PGA Works is now televised, etc. Bro, there's a part of me, man, that's just like I was born
Yeah.
5 years too late. I was born five
Yeah.
years too late, man.
I get it. I think I'm at a point now. I'm over the anger. When I found out these young kids hadn't played Roger Park yet, especially on the APJ tour,
Come on, man.
blew my
You
mind. And
you ain't,
and they did they revisit the Chester, Washington a couple weeks ago,
and
and
everybody was bitching.
everybody was bitching, and I'm like, "Whoa, no, that was our main stop. What are you talking about? Shit, that's
Yeah,
where
that
you
was
and
the
I
tour.
met."
Bro,
so,
that's
so
a rite of passage, and you out
that's
there
right,
complaining and
right,
bitching. Chill your little young
right.
ass out.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got to go through it one time. So when you hear the kids kind of like bitch and complain, and then they don't realize like it, I'm sure there's some politics involved. There's some politics involved that
of course,
that the players may
always.
not be happy with, but you still got an opportunity to make some real cash on that tour.
Yeah,
And it's such a catch 22. You got an opportunity to make some real cash on the APJ tour, but
yeah,
you also don't want to get trapped on the APJ tour, meaning like this is my PGA tour, right?
yeah. No,
And
yeah,
so it
no.
and
That's
so
easy
it
to
kind
do.
of it's easy to do because you make some good money out there. But I do remember Doug, well, you and I when we played, and after we finished, we waiting in line for our check.
Yeah, they got automatic deposit now. They just
Automatic
leave.
deposit.
Don't even nobody hang around to wait for the.
Yeah.
Hey, that was odd. Honestly, that was one of the worst, best situations, especially if you didn't know if you was getting a check because
You
you would
did
leave
know.
like
You didn't know. Can
I
I
feel
just get
like
my
I feel
money
like
back?
Oliver Twist. Can I have some more, please? Like, can I? Can I?
And then
Can I?
it's so funny. I'm waiting in line. I'm like, "What's up, bro? Would you shoot?" Oh, okay. Well, it was like Southwest. Oh, you go right here. You before me. I beat you, so I'm ahead of you.
Yeah,
It
yeah, yeah.
was,
You 27C. Get your ass. I don't even know why you still here. Oh,
hey,
27C looking
but
ass.
speaking of another professional event that we had in Michigan was the LPGA Dow Championship at Midland Country Club in Midland, Michigan, formerly known as the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. This is what this event is so special. Why this event is so special to me, Doug? Well, you got in by way of shipping. So again, shout out to Summer Woods. They had the
Yeah.
John Shippen Invitational, Women's Invitational there, which Caribbean Abe and Georgia Obo played in, and they
Hmm.
both qualified as teammates to play in the Dow Championship, right?
Yeah.
And what makes this LPGA Tour event so dope, man, it's 72 teams, 72 two-woman teams. These two young ladies who don't have a lot of LPGA Tour experience finished tied for eighth. They made big bread, $63,000 that week.
There we go.
And that right there
A
tells us
piece, or that was they total split?
that's a total split.
Oh, okay. We gotta get
And
the money in.
yeah. I mean, they made a check. They basically
No,
proved
they
that
did it. They did what they had to
they
do.
they they did what they had to do. They basically proved that they can go ahead and compete on the national stage. But it tells us that it's all about opportunity access, dog. That's what that
No, it really
was.
is. I mean,
That's what that
um,
was.
I,
And
okay, all right. I hear
what you
what
about
you're
to
saying.
say? What you
No,
about
no,
to say,
no.
dog?
It's
Here you
early, so
go.
I'm feeling frisky. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Here
talking
you
my shit,
go.
but like, here's no. I'm just saying. There's a thing about opportunity, man, and I'm starting to understand as I'm getting older and seeing things. Like, it's one thing to get an opportunity, but you got to be prepared for that thing when you get it, right? Like
That is true.
I appreciate opportunity and shout out to the women to, how they played. But when we go back to the men's side, and I'm not saying Willie Mack wasn't prepared. I'm not saying that. Willie Mack did
Mm,
win the John Ship and play in the Rocket Mortgage, missed the cut. That's a fact. But what I'm saying is coming off that opening round, Willie 63, kind of I knew it would be a tougher day for him playing with such a big lead because you don't know if you're trying to stretch or protect. You kind of get caught in this middle ground where you have a green light pin and it's like, you know what, let me just hit it 25 feet. I got this lead. Whereas, under normal circumstances, you might go ahead and try to attack that flag. But I would love to see more and more guys just prepared for the moment. Because when I looked at Miles Russell this week, 15-year-old amateur playing the PGA Tour,
mhm, mhm,
he played really, really good golf. I mean, look, and I'm saying this with a grain of salt. He's 15 years old. Okay,
mhm.
he's 15, so super junior. But he was a little. It seemed like he was more ready for the opportunity than what I see across the landscape of golf when our folks are getting chances. I'm just saying.
Mm.
I'm gonna put it
No,
out
no,
there. I'm not saying if he's better. I don't know if there's more pressure on
Dougie,
us. I don't understand.
Dougie, that's a great observation. I mean, you think about Luke Clanton, the
I
amateur
was about to
played.
bring him up. Came out
Yeah,
there
Luke,
busted ass. Shout
man,
out
came out
Florida
there
State.
busting that. But it's still going back to the point of why the Rocket Mortgage type tournaments are so important. We get to know more about these stories.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you saying. But maybe it be like we get so much of I guess starstruck that we're there that we're not fully prepared. Because I kind of see that even in the junior golf space too. A lot of the
I hear you.
black and brown kids, they finally get to a spot of a big platform, and they really don't always show up. So it kind of makes me wonder, how are the kids, or even just us in general, when we get to these moments, how are we becoming? What do we got to do to
No,
become
I hear you.
to that
That's a
next
good
level,
question.
right? So it kind of makes you wonder.
So it's funny. Like I think I saw doing the PGA Tour originals. I was hanging out with Willie, post tournament, John shipping into the Rocket Mortgage Classic. And you know what's wild? Because I saw it. I'm gonna tell you when last time I saw this. This is wild. 2016 PGA Championship at Baltusrol. Wyatt's first
Hmm.
time playing in Baltusrol or in the PGA Championship. Shout out to Wyatt Worthington. It's impressive, like, and this is gonna be borderline inflammatory. Let me just get this out, Will. I feel like when we black folk, black and brown folk, when we get an opportunity, there's more media, there's more ancillary off course things and obligations that our guys are having to do that some of these other players don't have the I guess the luxury of worrying about.
The
Willie
box
had
checking, the box
Yeah, but
checking.
Willie has so much media. He had to do the PGA Tour original sit down. He had some CBS stuff. He had to go on Golf Today. Like we're talking about a guy that'll barely call you back. And now you've got,
Who
I'm not gonna say really is an introvert, but I'll say he skews more
he
introvert than
he
extrovert.
he he
That's
own
just a
he
fact.
owns he owns brevity.
Exactly. And he's gotten a lot better. But my thing is like everybody's so quick to wave this diversity banner and get their questions in about the growth of the game and opportunities and access. And it's like, man, I think back to the same guy, Willie Mack, last year, Monday qualified into your spot at Quail Hollow there in the Wells Fargo Championship. He had nothing to do. and it was a completely. He came in under the radar. Nobody swinging banners, waving flags, cheering DE and I. And I mean, he played well. You know what I mean? But it's just like one of those things where I feel like we have so much more to do when we get that
Yeah.
opportunity.
But
And
it also goes to
it's just
the
me.
point of don't give anything. I mean, and I'm not mad because if I'm gonna
You said it. You said
if
that.
I'm gonna give you a spot, I need some I need you to do your job to help my event grow. You got some
Fair.
obligations. I need you to take a hospitality tent visit. I need you to run a clinic, something. Uh, you black, you Afro American. I got to help. I'm checking off this box, and it's unfortunate if you don't want to do all
I
these
get it.
things. If you don't want to do all these
Oh,
things, do what Willie did, get the money qualifier and get the swinging.
yeah.
I'm not mad at that because you can look at it both, two folds. Hey, I'm thank you for giving me the event, but I'm going to make the most opportunity so people can see who I am, my personality, in every interview that you throw in my way. But if you don't like it, well, go get your card. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
cookies. Hey, but you look at all the greats. I mean, Tiger Woods, Roy McIlroy, Brooks Koepkas, man. You got to do it. Like you have to. It's not an option. Like you don't. You have to. But the thing is, you don't learn how to do that until you're there. Like you see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
exactly.
and that's another like hurdle to the opportunity. It's like, damn, I didn't factor in the fact that I've got 2 hours of media and it's about to rain.
Right,
So what I'm gonna do? How I'm gonna get ready? How I'm gonna do what I need to do to get ready? Anyway,
right, right.
I'm just saying. Did you even watch the Rocket Mortgage? Did you watch it, Will? I know you and golf. You and golf got beef sometimes. I feel like
Yeah,
you so
sometimes I be
busy.
mad
You
at
be
golf.
like,
I be mad at golf sometimes. I took a peek at the leaderboard. Again, I saw some names that I don't see quite often on leaderboard that I was proud to see. Again, like I mentioned, Davis Thompson, the Aaron Rod, see if Akshay can kind of get his third one on the PGA Tour. I saw Mingwu Lee, but then I went to go play golf myself, so I didn't
hey
really
now,
all the way catch up. I didn't all the way catch up myself, uh, but yeah. Oh, shout out to that free plug, Smooth Swing, that app you told me. Appreciate it.
oh yeah, the
Huge.
app go hard. Why you just put every man? You just put everybody on my tip, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah.
The app go
Oh, so
hard. I
you
saw you posting out there.
you want the app by yourself? Is that how you want to go? You
You
want
know
the app
what?
by
I got
yourself?
plug. Hey, shout out to Jeff Eisenband, man. I got plug for that
Oh,
app. So
so it was given to you. You want to keep?
it
Oh,
was
ain't that
yeah,
the most
yes, yes.
Negro-fied thing? That's the
Hey
most
man, I'm singing
Negro-fied
my
thing I've heard
spirit.
of.
Yes, it is. I'm just saying, like, but what is it that you liked about it, man?
I like the fact that it was just easy. I'm not tech savvy, dog. I mean,
Yeah, I
I
know
got
you
a I
you
got a
you
thousand
telling
dollar
me.
I got $1,000 camera and I can't figure out how to connect it to my computer. That's why I'm on the Mac uh thing. So I'm not tech savvy. It's an uphill it's more than an uphill battle. And when it comes to doing cool, but that one was just point and shoot, push the button, and I can go. So Smooth Swing, free plug. If you want to pay us, please. We'll still send
Yeah,
you
go
an
ahead.
invoice. But
Here's
yeah.
here. You know what? I don't mean to swing. I don't mean to jump back in my. But let me
Well,
let me get
jump
back
back
on
into
my.
it.
Because our followers and listeners, they hate when I jump into cultural stuff. But I think it needs to be stated.
Say
Were
it.
you were you aware, Will, that there were two men of Indian descent in the final pairing at the Rocket Mortgage?
Aaron Rye.
Mm-hmm.
Akshay. I said Akshay. Akshay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying. Like, I didn't see any DE and I plugs
Facts.
about the cultural relevance of that final pairing on the PGA Tour. Why is that? I
Uh,
don't know. I'm on my. I'm just saying.
oh, you being
You
messy
got two
today, dog.
melanated brothers in the final pairing, and nobody's talking
You
about it.
you being messy today. You being
I'm being
messy.
mad. No, I'm just saying. Like, what? That's a
So
moment.
what?
That's not a moment.
What did you?
That-
It is a moment to see two Indian descent players in the final round. Okay, I give you that.
That's all I'm saying.
But
That's all I'm saying.
but as a white man right now, what would you want done, Doug?
It's not what I would have done. Like, let's just celebrate it. Like, this is a cultural milestone on the PGA
It
Tour.
is. It
You know what
is.
I'm saying? In my opinion. In my opinion. And I tell you what if it was Willie Mack and Tiger Woods in the final pairing, it would have been a whole situation. What Tiger's done to
Yeah.
grow the game in the black and the urban space and the communities. Players like Willie Mack had somebody like him to look
Yeah.
up to, and now he
Yeah.
gets to play with his hero. would have been a whole
Yeah.
story. I'm sorry to get off of it, but anyway, I just had
No,
to touch that real quick.
I mean,
I just want to touch it.
it's all. Uh, I mean, that's always it's been like that though, and it is our job to also point out all different type of cultures that are making
That's all I'm
milestones in this
saying,
game.
man. Like,
It's been like I
say
remember
it, Will.
I first saw that when again I grew up as a tennis player. You probably don't remember the name, but a gentleman by the name of Malavia Washington.
Of course not.
He played he played in the I think I want to say 1996 Wimbledon finals against Richard Krajicek. When I tell you every young black tennis player in the world was watching this, it was that moment.
Makes
But I
sense.
do remember everybody was talking about the history off the Ash and you know all the great tennis players of who was of color back in the day. So it's been like that since we were kids. But it's our job, Dougie, to hold these tours, these major governing bodies accountable that
Damn right,
diversity is not just black
man.
and brown.
Man, you give me so many little buzz ticks, but shout out to Cam Davis' second win. The Rocket Mortgage got a gift from Akshay Patia coming down the line. Akshay missed that little 4-footer and it was a wrap. But you talked about changing in the bodies. Seth Waugh threw us the deuces, Will.
Man, I'm so mad.
Seth Waugh, CEO of the
That
PGA of
hurt.
America after 6 years, he said, all right,
I'm done.
y'all can have it. Yeah, we got
I'm
through
done,
COVID.
bro.
We was rocking with Live and all right, y'all go ahead on and do that. That hurts my heart.
This
Seth,
it does, but you know what though?
that's a gut punch.
That's a gut punch, man. I mean, selfishness from the selfish standpoint. Yes, I'm sad because obviously he was our mentor. He. I mean, he still is. I mean, it's not like he's not going to pick up our calls, but you know, it was cool to say. And you go out to the golf community, golf world, say, "Hey, Seth Watt is our guy," and people knew that Seth Watt was our guy. But
Exactly.
that
Like
made it dope. But
I think
but
Seth Watt
also
knew he was our guy too. Like
yeah, that's my guy. I miss that dude. But however, man, he got dealt a bad hand when he took over the PGA of America. I mean, with George Floyd, with the live, like it was this was supposed to
COVID,
be his like
COVID.
COVID. This was supposed to be his like his farewell job. Like this, I'm going off into the sunset with
Yeah, he had to
this
work
job right
though.
here. Man, he had to, dog, he had to clock in every day, dog. He had to clock in.
Hey,
Steph,
look,
Steph, Steph,
I had some insider information and I text Seth. I said I said, say it ain't so, Seth. Seth said so. I was
yeah,
so wounded, man. I
dog.
was
And
so
it
wounded.
it did what makes me crazy is that we were getting. I know I can't speak for you, but I was getting text messages from everywhere. Your boy's leaving. Your boy's leaving. I'm like, yeah, man. I heard. And I'm trying to be cool, like, yeah, I know he's leaving. I know. So
My
yeah,
quarterback.
man.
That's my
But
teammate.
it tells you what type of CEO he was, man. I mean, he navigated Deutsche Bank Americas through the financial crisis. I mean, he was prepared. He was the guy for it, for
Yeah,
all
he
the shit
was.
that
Now
happened.
you put it like that. Yeah.
I mean, God. If you don't believe in God or the universe, it was supposed to happen on Seth Watch because he's been
Yeah,
through
no,
some
I agree.
he's been through some trials and tribulations while being the lead or CEO of a major Fortune 500 company. So this was I don't know if nobody else could do it. God
No,
said, "Here, my send me." I'm sending that guy right there, the guy with the
hey,
perfect
when
hair.
I heard the news though, Will, the first thing that came to my mind was a quote from Will Lowry. And
Uh,
I'm a
all
I'm a
my quotes don't be making sense, but
no,
go
I know,
ahead.
but
I'm
this
waiting.
one hit. I'm gonna set the scene. We're at our first Beyond the Green. All of a sudden, we hear this clatter in the back. Seth Waugh has taken the L. He has fallen out of his seat, shoes straight up in the air. Seth stood up, brushed his shoulders off. Will, and you said one of the more iconic lines that I've ever heard anybody say. You said Seth looked at his shoulders and brushed the dirt off and said, "I'm still rich, bitch." And that's how I feel like he leaving the PGA of America. I'm still rich, guys.
I got. He's like, y'all forced me to buy a house in Frisco, Texas. I'm selling it tomorrow,
Oh,
and
don't forget he did that too. He
that's what I'm saying.
navigated
He
the
had to move.
PGA to
He
Frisco.
had to move, dog. I'm saying, God said, "Hey, you're instructed for this assignment only. This is only you. There's nobody else can do this. And
Hey, Seth probably said, "Man, once this gets up and running, I'm about this thing, man.
yeah,
Because once we get Frisco running, I'm gone. Now, y'all,
and
somebody
I
else
can
do it."
see in a previous PGA of American CEOs, Sharenka and Pete Bavacqua, I know they're like, whew, I dodged a bullet on that one.
But
So
hey, looks good on you. And it
it
look
looks
good on you.
it looks good on you, brother. Good job.
Hey, but shout out to Seth Waugh, man. Seth, thank you for
Yes.
service to the PGA. It's over 3,000. He helped grow that number too. It used to be like 27.5. Now it's over 3,000 and like 3 more black people. So Seth Waugh, thank you for
Yeah.
your contributions to PGA of America, the game. Me and Will's professional and personal lives, man. We still gonna get on his nerves. He gonna have more to do. But anyway, well, I have to admit something. In this
Okay.
era of having children and trying to play golf and do all this media, I just don't have time to keep up with like everything that everybody else seems to care about. And this is gonna sound stupid and maybe old, and people are gonna look at me like I'm crazy. But who the is Sauce Gardner? Like who and why do I care about Sauce Gardner playing golf? Like I'm just being honest. I don't know who this is. Like
Well, Sauce
I don't.
Gardner, he's a defensive back for New York Jets, and
He's played for the Jets. I get it.
only
Yeah.
reason I know him is from is it either NFL Films or is Hard Knocks. One of those. One of those. I can't remember which one. They all run together. Great personality. I don't know why he's getting so much burn from holding a golf club. So
No,
uh,
I don't get it. I
I don't know.
appreciate Sauce. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? 1.1 million followers. He calls himself a child of God, follow Christ. Got his
Amen.
address
Amen.
on his PO box on his Instagram page. But
Oh,
the
okay. That's
fact that
dope.
we got another crossover athlete, if you will, 23 years old, born in Detroit, Michigan. Went to the University of Cincinnati. Just saying.
We need to get him on here. Let's
Um,
get him on here. Let's see. Let's get him on here.
let's
We
get
gotta reach out to him.
hey, let's reach out to the Sauce. I would
Yeah.
like to talk to Sauce. I know he got a chain that be shining, but I'm just saying like um and I don't mean to be crass. I'm not saying who the hell is Sauce. I'm saying who is Sauce to golf, right? Because it's like whenever there's the new next person, it's like, oh snap, so and so touched the club. Let's put him out there in public.
Who's the next last person?
Who's the next? Khaled, maybe?
Last person. Galley came in crazy.
Okay, Khaled came in with some golf juice. I ain't gonna. Yeah,
Yeah, he came with
Macklemore
golf
came in with
juice.
some golf juice. Like he
Macklemore
came
came to
in
golf
hard.
juice. I give you that. I give you that.
Uh, I'm just trying to think people that move. Rick Ross, PGA Tour had him everywhere.
Yeah, now he getting beat up though.
Eric Lottery,
So
maybe. Can we?
Eric Lottery got some golf juice. Like,
He did.
Eric Lottery came from unknown to golf juice. But they were known. Not no offense to Lot. Not I love Lot. But yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, he got golf juice. Just came in with golf juice. That's all
But
I'm saying.
I probably
I
say
don't know.
I think the early golf juice was Scarface because when I saw him
Yeah,
do that thing with
that was
Cal,
probably the first form of juice. That was the first
yeah.
squeeze. Hmm.
When I saw the Callaway deal, and then you got Schoolboy Q, and I'm like, all right, these guys moving. But I feel like they're slowly falling off. I feel like golf be pimping these guys a little bit, because
I'm right there with you.
dog, they pimp, and that's the whole point why we all have to come together when it comes to these celebrity influencers in the game or whatever. We got to come together and do our own shit so we control the marketplace. Because I see so many companies are pimping our culture. Again, we
Everybody.
set trends. We don't always get residuals. Pimping our culture, like, hey, come on over and be a part of this brand, whatever. And then you cut off, and then we don't hear from you no more either. But you come in hot. But if we go ahead and just link up together, say, hey, if I'm coming to you, brand, I want to bring 4 or 5 lesser known
Bring it.
influencers with me so we can come
Yeah.
together. So I just,
Yeah.
there's a couple people right now I feel like getting pimped right now too. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But we're gonna see how long they
All right.
last and see how they fall off.
Well, some people got the juice and others have the sauce. So, Sauce, welcome to golf, man. We'll see. I saw you out there, no shirt on, playing in the rain. You said they play football in the rain. We're going to play golf, right? Well, we already do that just with rain gear.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Well,
I also feel like Will, some of our job is to be, the cultural police. It's like, look, homie,
yeah, yeah.
when you
Cultural
do
guidance
this,
here.
when you do this, this is how it
Yes,
should be done. Get your
yes,
ass an
yes,
umbrella and some rain gloves, and let's do this the
yes,
right way.
yes. And
Um,
you can't be out there no wife beater on the driving range. I saw that a couple of times, threw me off. I was like, oh,
yeah,
this dude in
yeah.
a wife beater.
Will, question for you, since we're talking about sauce,
Hot sauce. You
which
remember hot sauce and
hot
one?
sauce with the
That boy had the left and the right out here.
cold?
Okay, go ahead.
Yes,
All
he
right, go ahead.
did. That boy was
He did.
cold. He should have
Okay.
played the league
Now,
league.
for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, there was
Go,
a cultural movement in basketball back in the early 2000s, late 90s, I guess, so to speak, called the and one mixtape. And one of the characters that means so much to me helped me get my handles because nobody think I can play basketball. Uh, Hot
oh
sauce.
baby,
Oh baby,
oh
hot
baby.
sauce. Yeah, look it up. You can probably Google that, but it's dope. I don't know if anybody
Bro,
got
and
good.
one is probably the most interesting cultural phenomenon that failed in the history of anything.
But
Like,
they were on their way to being successful until a couple. When you're in that CEO spot, you got to make some pivotal decisions.
I,
It's so drastic at that time.
here,
Yes,
here's a
it
good
was
question.
dope.
I'm spinning now. Here's a question.
All
We're
right,
talking
hit
about
me.
cultural phenomenons, right? Would you
Hmm.
call this is such a stretch?
Oh God,
Would
I
you
feel what you're
call
coming.
would you call and one the good of
Good
basketball?
enough. Uh, uh, yes and no. Yes and no. Let me
I'm
tell you
just,
why I say yes and no.
I'm just saying. Good. I mean, since we talk about and one, I'm just saying they had the content first, and they literally had tapes.
I don't know if it's good. Good. Yes, it is. But I believe if there is black of golf, it can really take the world by storm. Because
Wow.
because it's
You
an
are,
avenue to bring more and more. But yes, I would say good is probably the N one of golf. So
sometimes, Will,
that's
I just gotta leave you. I just gotta leave you
yeah,
sometimes,
black black
man.
black golf apparel come to you soon. Your local Foot Locker and Finish Line and Foot Action. Black golf. Are they still around? Is Foot Action still around?
I don't know. Will, sometimes I feel like you get lost in your own mind. Like you just be like,
Well, I do. I say it all the time. I say it all the time. Y'all laugh at me because I'm different. I'm laughing at y'all because y'all the same. It's just that simple.
oh,
Uh, let's uh
okay.
let's transition to the shank of the week. I don't get no drum roll. Brrrr.
Shank of the week. Here it go. Will
Shank of the
Lowery.
week goes to this presidential debate. The week.
Presidential. I can see how
Doug,
that could be a shank of the week. No, I can see
Doug,
that.
I'm not big in politics. I'm not. Um, but the moment I realized the reason why Joe was buffering, the moment I realized Joe was buffering, you can't debate against somebody who is a pathological liar. It is hard to debate against somebody who is a pathological liar.
I thought Joe was doing a Mitch McConnell impersonation.
Yeah. He stopped on me a little bit, but I think because Joe couldn't process all the bullshit he was hearing. Like,
That's fair.
Doug.
And
All right, let's go debate real quick, impromptu. Prove to me why you better me at golf. Watch this. I bet you I can get you to stutter. Go ahead.
well, it starts with legacy, Will. You don't have the pedigree. You haven't been in the game long enough to be better than me. You haven't earned it. You haven't done half the things that I've done when I was 12 years old this game. Let's just talk about that. You didn't play junior golf. You played junior tennis. You swing cross-handed upside down and backwards. You've got a swing only a mother could love. And somehow yet you've turned into, well, the things that most of us hate. You've been pimping the golf industry with upside down hands and dreads. You've turned a cultural phenomenon of wearing a hat backwards in the urban space into a cultural norm in the golf space. I'm actually pretty impressed that you continue to do this and you get half the opportunities that you get.
Okay, that hurt a little bit. Let me get back in character. Let me get back in character. Damn. Let me. Well, this backfired. This. Okay, well, tell me how you really feel. Okay. You know what? I don't want to play this game no more. I'm just bullshitting. Uh, yeah. All right, let me get back
Or
in
the fact
character.
that we went to the Golf Digest Open and you didn't make a birdie. I could have
But
just
but
started there.
but Doug, in I played in 3 U.S. Opens, and I told him I didn't want to play. I told them I didn't want to play. They gave me a PGA Tour card twice, and it wasn't for me to play in. I just didn't feel like I was playing. I had better things to do, right? So when you want to say that you want to play against me, who shoot, I average 59s, depending on a bad day, 63. There's nothing you can do with that. There's nothing you can do with that.
No,
You know what I'm
no.
saying?
And
Have you ever
then
shot a
everybody
63
around
before?
you perpetrate. It helps push the narrative. It's like, yeah, I feel like I saw him
See,
do that.
yeah, but see, I mean, even that stuff right there, you can't not win against that. So when the guy says that he won his club championship, not regular, I mean, not the regular club championship. He won his, I mean, see, not the senior club championship. He won his regular championship twice. Twice.
He got his own division.
That's I mean, no, he. I mean, what club? Like, I mean, what the live club? The before you cross over club? What club did he? What club championship did he win?
Well, if we
I
didn't
mean,
lose half of our listeners with the racial stuff, now we lost them with the Trump. That's
no, but it goes both ways. It goes both ways because Biden hit me with the. If Biden would have just let that stuff simmer, let those lies simmer and move on. No, Biden had to come back and say, uh, "I'll be happy to have a driving contest with you." What? I hope it's a car, so they can both get,
right.
draft
So
it,
they
pass,
they get
pass
drivers.
the driving test. Like, it was bad. Saying he was six handicap when he was vice president, which I thought was a cap. You know,
I agree.
oh, and then he hit him. And then he hit him with the, "I'll be happy to play against you if you carry your own bag."
Dude, Biden got can Biden even walk?
I don't know. I don't know if Jill is carrying a bag. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
I really do appreciate this Shank of the week. They both deserve it. But here's my question. Here's a question. The retirement age in America is around 65 to 67. We got two presidential candidates that are 79 and 81. How does
Hmm.
Ain't they supposed to be retired? It didn't the society say go sit down? You mean to tell me because
That's true.
we are literally the United States is the laughing stock of the world. We have fallen out of grace and prominence. Just a fact. You can look it up. U.S. World News. All that. You mean to tell me we don't have no 58 to 65-year-old candidates that could do this on both
Nah,
sides? I'm not even talking about this ain't the red or blue thing. I'm just saying they both old as hell. The
yeah,
retirement age is at 65 to 67. And we
yeah.
got two
Why they
people
get it?
post that.
Why everybody in government get to keep their job past 80?
Why aren't they
Why is
forced
that?
out to retire? Like,
It,
we talking to now. Now we
yeah,
talking.
man, they got all the old values. Like, they got old values out there, bro. And yeah, that's a great question, Doug.
I just miss seeing the president. Remember when we was kids, the president would like run, and there would be like the Secret
Yeah,
Service people following him, and they had the a
yeah.
little little motorcade that followed him. Like we don't see that shit no more.
I ain't
Like
seen the president. I ain't seen a president run in 8 years,
a
10 years,
decade,
8 years, a
almost a
decade.
decade. Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's not a thing that happens anymore.
yeah.
I'm just saying like you have to
But
be at least 35 years old to be
but
president. There
but
should
real
be a
talk though.
fucking cap.
Real, I mean,
Over
everybody in
70, no,
yeah,
no, thank you.
everybody should go. Everybody should go. But real
Just
talk
me.
though. There was a young man on a underrated golf tour. Text me during the Biden debate. Right. He had some real. I mean, to see how these kids operate and move in today's society, how they think outside the box in today's society is amazing. And the kid, he said, "Man, I'll be able to vote in November." And he was like, "Will, is it always going to be like this?" I'm like, "What do
Mm.
you mean?" He says, "It's always going to be like this when it comes to the options for having this country led by a stark contrast of two different people." And I was like, man, I do remember. I said, man, bro, when I was coming up as a kid, it wasn't this bad. You may
No.
have some, yeah, you may have some, policies that you didn't agree with, but it wasn't this bad. And
We would
so
disagree and
me,
move forward together. Like,
yeah, we moved forward together. There was decorum. There was everybody was civil. I mean, to a certain extent, but
yeah, I feel you.
but he he said something that like, and he corrected me, and I appreciate it. It's probably it's the wrong thing to say, but I was like, man, is there an option that you may not want to vote this year, or because you're not happy with the candidates? And he said something, Doug, that really hit home to me. He said,
Mm,
Will, I have to vote. My ancestors died because they couldn't vote. Women couldn't vote. Why would I sit out? And that really
yeah,
hit close to home to me. And just to think that what these kids are witnessing is tough for their first time ever having a chance to vote. And I apologize. I apologize on behalf of being American. Shit. Just I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry you got to see this. Because
yeah.
it wasn't always like this. It
Well,
wasn't.
I'm still proud to be American. I feel like I should have like eagle flying over me right now with the flag waving in the back and AI. I'm
Nigga,
just
you
saying.
just talking about America yesterday.
Pr-
So don't
Proud
do
to
that.
be an American, where at least I know I'm kind of free. Sorry. Uh,
Hey, you want to know a funny joke? I saw one of my guys. He's a black dude.
will
One of my
qualify
guys.
on a
He's a
funny
black
joke.
dude, and he's a Trumpster. He likes Trump. He's a Trump through and through. But he saw this white guy in a truck, pickup truck, got Trump flags flying, very aggressive. And I'm like, "That's your boy, man. Go say hello to him." He could he couldn't say hello. He was so scared. I was like, "Well, that's your guy. Y'all got something in common." I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah,
It was yeah. You had to be. It was one you had to be there. But it was funny
yeah,
as hell.
man. Hey, let's get to this one of us real quick. Well, this is an interesting one of us that we have to talk about today because this
Okay.
individual, you and I both know. Um, we last time we kind of interacted with this individual, it was last year at Colonial in Dallas. We saw him playing with Michael Block in a practice round.
Hmm.
Well, this guy, he finished last. He made the cut, so he got a check. He finished last at the Travelers Championship. He also finished last at the Rocket Mortgage Classic. I'm talking about Peter Malnati. Peter
Hmm.
Malnati has
Hmm.
exhibited the golf game well of maybe a little bit better than ours. Just saying. But Peter, your
A little bit.
play, your past 2 weeks on the PGA Tour, sir, has earned you the coveted title of one of us. And I'm proud of you, dog. Like you have been consistent. You won this year. You've got a job for the next couple of years. You won back at Valspar. I'm very proud of you. Very family oriented individual. But sir, you're one of us.
Yeah, yeah. He's definitely one of us. Uh,
You all right,
let's go
Will?
back. Yeah, yeah. Because you hit some lies. You did the Trump on me. I did play junior golf for the record, asshole.
You still think
I
about
did play.
that?
Yes, I did.
The
Because
point was to debate. I got it. That's
yeah,
the
but
whole
that
point
that
of a
that was that was
debate.
that was the truth in that, Doug. That was too real. That was they had me buffering. The lies had me buffering too. Oh sucker,
Wasn't that the point
sucker.
of the exercise?
Yeah,
Was this
but that exercise was that
Well,
hit a little
I'm
too
sorry you
close.
buffered. I'm sorry that you
Okay.
buffered. Appreciate y'all watching us. Well, I'm going to Ohio. So if you need me, I'm gonna be on your time zone.
You going to
Won't you come
Columbus?
on up to the I'm gonna spend we're getting bougie in my older age. I'm going to Columbus for the month. I'm out of here. Like
Yeah, you take month
today's high in
vacation?
Columbus is 81.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go spend the month with the family, get some help with the little Nino, and odds are I'm gonna play some golf. So I
Hmm.
love you. I gotta get packing. I got a 4 o'clock flight. So it's been
Hmm.
love, it's been real. Stay black. Make sure y'all listen, like, subscribe. Beyond the fairway. We out here, baby.
I might meet you in Columbus. All right, homie.
Pull up. Pull up. I'm gonna see if we can set up some golf. I got one course on my list that I gotta play.
What's
And
that?
as my
Scarlet?
earbud falls out. No, I used to be a member there. That's cool.
How what kind of flex is that? Ain't nobody asked you where you used to be a member at. It said what
Yeah,
courses.
but you said it like I was playing somewhere amazing, and I used to play there every day. That was my point. I am going to play at Moraine Country Club. That is what I'm looking forward to doing. What is
Moraine.
happening?
All right. Well, that's what it is.
Moraine Country
I'm with
Club.
it.
That's been one on my list for a long time, and I'm going to check that damn thing off the box.
All
So
right.
anyway,
Well,
if you're in Columbus, Ohio, you want to play some golf, and your name is not Troy Taylor, holla at me, man. That's where I'm gonna be at. Hit me in DMs. slide up in there, and we'll pull up, man. You ain't got nothing to do. Come on, you
I
you want
know.
a slow patch? Come on,
I
pull up.
might come out. I might come out there and spend some time with you before I go to Portland, where our next underrated event at Pumpkin Ridge. So
Where they
that
had a
might be a
live
good.
event. Oh yes, right.
Where they had live it. Yeah, yeah.
Or where
yeah.
Tiger won one of his U.S. Junior, AM, one of those two. He won a USGA event.
Yes. Yes.
All right, man. Well, you take your pumpkin ass over to the ridge, and I'm gonna get with you.
All right.